Today we are going to learn how to embroider the magical mistletoe pattern for this ornament in the shape of a heart from my Christmas collection that I'm designing this year. What makes this pattern so enjoyable is the creative journey it takes you on while learning new stitches. You'll be delighted to see how I work the berries with padded satin stitch. I've published a video where I'm showing you all the supplies you need for this project and how to transfer the pattern onto fabric. In that video, the embroidery pattern is different from this one, but don't worry, the supplies and the process are the same for all the ornaments in this collection. This applies to the sewing and the stuffing process as well. If you are planning to create this ornament, you have to see that video first. Go ahead and watch that tutorial and then come back to this one to learn how to embroider this specific ornament. Hi there! It's Stella here from Why Not Stitches, and I am here to walk you through the entire process of creating this lovely ornament. This video comes in help if you're a total beginner and need a little bit of guidance to make sure you are on the right track. As some of you might be aware, I've crafted a few ornaments in this collection, and now my curiosity is getting the best of me, prompting me to ask you the following question. Which one do you like the most? Just write the name of the pattern or describe it in the comments below. I would love to know which one is your favorite. This pattern is called Mistletoe Kiss, and this is how it looks transferred onto cotton fabric, and these are the embroidery threads I'm using for this pattern. I'm not sure about this beige color yet, but I'll decide if I'm going to use it in the process. I'm using a 6-inch hoop and cross-stitch needle size 26 for the leaves and size 24 for the berries. The size 24 has a larger eyelet and is a bit sturdier. It's perfect for working a heavier stitch as our padded satin stitch. I'm drawing a few circles inside the big berries. Those are the layers we are going to work for the padding. The more layers you do, the more raised the berries will be. Our layers will be satin stitches laid down perpendicularly on top of each other. Cut a piece of white thread and use all 6 strands. We want our berries to have a good amount of volume. Okay, now you can see how I'm working the padding with satin stitch. This stitch is considered to be a raised stitch because of the volume of all the padding underneath the satin stitch. The more accurately you work the edges of the berries, the better it's going to look. For this berry, I've stitched a total of 4 layers. When you stitch the last layer, you can go over the same area a few times in the same direction to make a more round shape. The small berries have up to 3 layers, and some of them have just one single layer. Now let me show you how to stitch the leaves. All of them are made with a simple satin stitch. I found it easier to embroider the little area near the berries first and then complete the rest of the leaf. This way I can set up the direction of all the stitches on the leaf. To create the angle and the curve of the leaf, you need to fan your stitch a little bit. For this, leave a bit more space between the stitches on the outside part of the leaf, while the point where you go inside the fabric is closer to the previous stitch. Here it goes, a speed up of my embroidery process. All the leaves and berries are done in the exact same way I showed you before. The repetitive stitch and the limited color palette make this pattern to be suitable for adventurous beginners. By the time you finish embroidering this pattern, you'll graduate to intermediate level. I'm using backstitch for the stems of the mistletoe, but any outline stitch will look good on this one. This is how the embroidery looks before adding the black outlines. By the way, you can choose to work this pattern without outlines. It's totally up to you. For the outlines, I'm using one strand of black floss and working a backstitch on one side of each branch and leaf of the mistletoe. This will give more depth to the entire pattern and create a sense of shadow. The next step would be to take the fabric out of the hoop and start prepping for sewing the heart shape. If you need guidance on that, follow the sewing tutorial I've made in this series. To find it, check the links below this video. You'll learn how to sew by hand and how to stuff and finish this ornament. This is how it turned out and I love it. I will definitely make more of them. I'm so excited to announce that I'll be designing a total of 8 patterns in this Christmas ornament collection. If you feel inspired, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell button to be the first one to know when I publish a new tutorial. Thank you for staying with me till the end of this video. I love when you do that. Happy stitching and see you soon!